sure a lot of people that clicked on this video are moms and can relate to a lot of what I'm gonna say. If you can relate, let me know, and let me know your experiences and what people have said to you as a new mom or just a mom in general that you didn't really like. I made a list and it's not in any particular order, but I'm gonna go through it, and I'm sure there's a lot more stuff I'm missing, so I'll probably make other videos in the future with more. But here's what I just remembered from my first 6 months of becoming a mother. The first one I wrote was it an accident? Or just people assuming it was an accident because I was 19. Was I 19? Yeah, I think I was 19 when I got pregnant with her. So a lot of people just thought I didn't mean to. But she was planned. We tried for maybe 6 months. Like, we tried for a couple months, and then I ended up having to get surgery. And then a few months after that, we started trying again for about 4 months, I think. I just didn't really like people saying that because of, like, the fact that I was trying. It just kind of made me feel like everyone thought it was an accident. And getting pregnant and having children is something very special to me, and I feel like that's what I was meant to do in life. Like, not the only thing, obviously, but I feel like that was one of the things I was meant to do, was be a mom. Another one is when she's crying and I go to comfort her or see what she needs, and people tell me to just let her cry it out. She's getting really mad. And that's fine if you want to let your kids do that, but for me, it just wasn't something that I wanted to do. I feel like, personally, if a baby cries, they need something. And obviously, some just cry for attention at some point, but if she needs my attention, why wouldn't I give it to her? So I just... When people would get mad when I asked them to wash their hands before touching or holding the baby. This one I thought was kind of really disrespectful, because all I was doing by asking that was so that my baby doesn't get sick. And people getting mad because of it made me mad, because why can't you just simply wash your hands to keep my baby healthy and safe? I don't know if you went to the grocery store and touched a bunch of carts that a bunch of strangers have touched already. I don't know if you have a sickness. I don't know if you didn't wash your hands after you went to the restroom. So that's why I had that in place, and people got mad about it. So another one was when I posted to please not kiss the baby, because again, like RSV, and I don't know where your mouth's been, you could be sick, and I just wanted to protect my baby, and they said they were gonna kiss her anyways. When she's crying and I know what's wrong, or I think I know what's wrong, because I'm with her every day and I kind of can tell how she acts when she needs certain things, and people will be like, I think she's hungry, or I think she's just tired. I know people are just trying to help and give their advice, and it doesn't make me mad. It just, like, I don't know. It makes me feel weird because I know what's wrong with her, and then people think they know what's wrong with her, but I know her better than anyone. When people say, just wait, I don't like this one because they're referring to their own kids getting a little bit older, and maybe their kids are like rowdy or disrespectful or something. And in my opinion, that's usually the parents doing, like, that's why the kids act that way, because of the parents most of the time. And it's also like, I'm raising my daughter to be respectful and to have a good childhood. You know, kids are just different than adults. They are gonna act different. They're gonna have tantrums. They're gonna express their emotions way differently than adults. And you saying just wait is almost like saying just wait till it gets worse. But in my opinion, I just know it's only gonna get better. So I did have a 2nd or 3rd degree tear when I had her. The doctors told me it was second, but I had people tell me by the pain I was having that it might have been a 3rd-degree tear. But either way, I was in such bad pain. Like, I could barely move my legs without excruciating pain. I could barely roll over in bed. I lived in a basement that had like 14 stairs to get to the top, and that's where like the water and stuff was. I had to ask my boyfriend to go get me water. Like, I couldn't even walk up the stairs. So me and my daughter spent most of my recovery, at least the first couple months maybe, in my room in the basement because I was going through postpartum and I was in pain. And people would tell me things like, she shouldn't be in that room all the time, or I don't want her to be a recluse. Just like judge me for being in my room a lot when I was in horrendous pain. Another thing is, I wanted from the very beginning to exclusively breastfeed. I never wanted her to have formula, just for personal preference. So even when we went out to stores and stuff, I still wanted to breastfeed. Like, I could go to my car or, you know, bring a cover, but I still wanted to breastfeed. I didn't really pump that much, and I would try to breastfeed when going out with people, and they would get mad and upset at me or annoyed because I didn't pack her a bottle, but the bottle would have had to have been formula. Even if it was breast milk, I just feel like breastfeeding is really up to me. It's feeding my baby, and people getting mad at me for wanting to do that when I'm around them or hanging out with them because it's a waste of time to them or something. Just also, I didn't like that. When I'm holding her and she starts crying and people say, "What did mama do to you?" She probably doesn't understand that yet, being so young, but when she does start understanding stuff, if people still said that, I would definitely make it a boundary not to say that, because I don't want my daughter to think I'm doing something wrong to her. And yeah, I just feel like work so hard to give her a good life and to make her happy, and I'm constantly playing with her, constantly taking care of her. I never even really leave her to cry, and then people say, "What did mama do to you?" Since she is breastfed, she uses my breast for comfort. I usually feed her to sleep for anything, for naps, to go to sleep for the night, or if she's just in pain, like gassy, uncomfortable, and needs calmed down, I put her on my breast. I do that around people, and they have said she's always stuck on she needs to get off of it and like explore the world or something. I don't know. It's to comfort her and help her know that she's safe and to calm her down. When I'm holding her ever, and people say that she's spoiled, I do not believe you can spoil an infant. And even if she was spoiled, I wouldn't mind it as long as she doesn't act out and think she can get everything she wants. But if she needs my comfort or my love just to be near me, I'm not complaining about that. I'm her mom and I signed up to do this, and that's just kind of how I see that. When people complain that they rarely ever see her, but they don't make an effort to come to my apartment or ask to meet up or hang out, they just expect me to bring her over there. Okay, I saved my favorite one for last. This one irks me to my core. When the older generation, like grandparents, whatever, boomers, when you try to do something for your child, or you try to set boundaries about your child, or you simply just try to do something your way in your own parenting style, they judge you for it, and they say things like, "Well, we didn't do that back in my day," or this is my favorite line, "We've never been parents before. We didn't raise X amount of kids." And to me, it doesn't really make sense saying that, just because, you know, there's plenty of people in the world that have 3, 4, 10 kids and are terrible parents. Like, they do bad things or abuse them, don't take care of them, neglect them. So I don't really think it matters the amount of kids you have. But yeah, that one really annoys me. She is getting really irritable. She's pulling my hair out. Ow. I think we're gonna go try some cinnamon apples or something. I will see you guys next Friday. Bye guys.